Hey, what's up guys? My name is S and welcome back to another episode of Survarium. So I recently made a video of Dirty Bomb talking about 3 things I absolutely love and 3 things I absolutely despise about that game. That video did really well, and I had the idea to do one of Survarium back then, but I never really made any time for it, so today is finally the day that I'm gonna make this video for Survarium as well. So like last time, I'm not gonna take into account that the progression of the game is extremely slow, and in Dirty Bomb I set the toxic player base, which actually surprisingly is not the case in this game. There's like a global chat in the main menu, and most people are really friendly, really helpful whenever you ask something, and you can team up like in a squad, and usually people will immediately respond, so that is actually really good. Definitely not a toxic player base, at least in the game. On the forums, yeah, the developers get some shit, which is really sad. Let's talk about the 3 things I absolutely love about this game. Let's start with the sound and graphics and kind of the overall package. So this game has some of the best sounds. I wouldn't say like the best graphics, but just the atmosphere, the art style, just the overall design of this game. It oozes with atmosphere and it is just such an epic feeling game. I can't really describe that, you really have to play it for yourself, but it feels really fucking epic all of the time. All of the buildings are crumbling down, bridges are collapsed. Nature is basically taking the world back again. Just really, it feels so nice. It really looks like mankind has left the earth for maybe 100 years and then a few people have survived. Just absolutely epic. Like I said, the sound is also really good. Guns sound really powerful. Grenades sound really powerful. Footsteps are definitely good. Not amazing, but definitely nice. And like I said, the textures in this game aren't like the most realistic or the best I have ever seen, but they are just so nice. It is made by a Ukrainian company called S.T.A.L.K.E.R games, and usually those like Eastern European games have just really nice textures and art styles, and Survarium is definitely one of those games. Also the gun models are really nice, well detailed, and there are a ton of guns, so that's also really good. The second thing I really like about this game has kind of to do a lot with the first thing, but that is just the overall atmosphere, the attention to details. So like I said, the atmosphere is just absolutely epic. First of all, there are unfortunately only 7 maps I believe, but each map has multiple stages, so it can be raining, it can be like really a nice sunny day, it can be like a normal day. That is really nice. However, currently there are no night versions yet. Maybe they will add that in the future. That would be absolutely epic. And again, the attention to details goes back to also the maps. Some of the maps have like parts of them where you wouldn't really go, but it is so well detailed and there is so much stuff. For instance, on S.T.A.L.K.E.R, there is a whole like labyrinth of underground tunnels under A. It is so well detailed and there's so much like map space compact in that little bit of area where you wouldn't really go, but if you go there, it is so well detailed, it is so epic. Of course, the end goal of this game is hopefully to be ever in a open world environment, kind of like a S.T.A.L.K.E.R DayZ setting. So that would be so epic. I mean, the maps currently are so well detailed, I can't imagine how well detailed the open world free play map would be. And also to kind of come back on the atmosphere, there are random noises of like creatures and anomalies playing during the match on the background. Really fucking cool. Gave me goosebumps the first couple hours I was playing. And then the third thing I absolutely love about this game is the insane amount of gear and weapons. I think in total there are roughly 60 different weapons and also maybe over 100 pieces of gear. Really epic. So there are 4 factions currently in the game. They're planning to release more. Each faction can be leveled up to tier 10, so you have 10 different tiers and each tier has different gear and weapons, and there's just so much stuff in the game currently, and they are adding it with every update, which is also really cool. And the best thing about it is, since this is a free to play game, most of the gear and stuff and weapons and all kinds of shit is actually just free and you can buy it with the in-game currency, so that's really nice. Only a handful of weapons you need to buy with real life money, and even those guns you have the really slim chance chance of actually receiving after a match. Unfortunately, I myself have never been fortunate enough to receive one of those guns after a match. However, I did get most of them by paying real life money and actually helping the developers out as well. So those are the three main things I absolutely love about the game. There's a lot more stuff I absolutely love about this game. I mean, like I said, the factions, that is a really cool aspect of the game, that you can level up the factions separately from your main level. There are also perks or skills that you can unlock by leveling your main character. I just love the fact that you have like a currency and you can buy weapons and gear, you can upgrade that stuff. There's just so much more stuff about this game I absolutely love, but these 3 points are the things that I absolutely love the most about this game. So with that out of the way, let's talk about some stuff that I don't really like about this game or downright hate. The first thing is, since this is an open beta or early access game, there are still a lot of bugs and crashes from time to time. And I would even say a lot more than most other early access games. One good thing is that the crashes actually don't happen too often anymore. I remember 2 years back when this game was first released on Steam, crashes were basically every 3 to 5 games your game would crash. Now it isn't really that much anymore. And whenever they install a major updates, if there are problems, they patch it right away, which is really great. So crashes aren't really the problem anymore, but there are still quite a lot of bugs. For instance, now there's currently a bug where if you switch to your pistol, you won't be able to fire. There are also some visual glitches where textures are popping and stuff. It's also kind of annoying. But again, most of those things they do fix really fast. And I have to say also that they're working on the X-Ray engine, which is an engine originally built for S.T.A.L.K.E.R, and they have ported it over and used it for Survarium. So that's a unique engine that only Survarium or Vostok uses. So a lot of the stuff they have to figure out on their own. This is not like a Unity or an Unreal Engine where they can just look at other developers or ask for problems on the web, because like half the world is working with those engines, so that kind of sucks, but it does make for a very unique game. Second thing is that this game is really grindy. So whenever you start the game, the first, I would say 3 to 4 tiers are actually very fast and you unlock a lot of stuff really fast, but after that tier 5, 6 and onwards, those tiers take so much time. For instance, right now I'm working on tier 9. It is, I think, 90,000 reputation. That takes so much time, and I have premium, I have boosters installed, I play with squads, I have premium gear so you get an also extra percentage of reputation and XP. It takes so much time. It kind of sucks. I get that it's like the tier 9 and 10 is really the ultimate goal with the absolute best gear, the absolute best weapons, but it just takes so much time to go there. Luckily there are missions and the weekly treasure hunts which can give you a little bit of an extra bonus reputation, but overall leveling and progressing in this game is really slow. Unfortunately they took away the ransack stash, which was a system after each game you were able to get 1 of 5 things. This would vary from rubles, the in-game currency, parts, the thing you use to upgrade your weapons and gear, and actual gear and weapons itself. You would be able to pick 1 of those 5 things. It would be random, so that would give you a lot of gear and weapons for free basically without leveling, and that was just a really cool system. Motivated you a lot to play the game more, and back then it felt less grindy because you were getting a constant stream of random weapons and gear that you wouldn't have unlocked otherwise. Unfortunately they took that away, so it's definitely a downside or a thing I dislike a lot about this game. That was one of the things I actually really liked about this game, so that's another negative. But overall the progression in this game is really slow, even if you do pay for the premium. And actually one thing you can do to increase the rate of which you progress is to play ranked. I believe you get 50% extra reputation and experience. I can also play in a squad with a friend or some randoms and you get 25% extra experience as well, so that's quite nice. Another cool thing is that premium guns do usually give 25% extra rubles, and the pistols now also give you 10% extra experience. The cool thing about this is you can just slap on your pistol, not use it, and still get that reward at the end of the game, so that's a really nice tactic I myself am using currently. And then the last thing I absolutely hate about this game is the direction the game is going. So back when it was released 2 years ago, this game was extremely unique, it was really hardcore, skill mattered. So for instance, there was no kill cam, and also on the minimap you didn't show up if you shot. And this was really epic because if you used a sniper you could get a really nice spot where people wouldn't really see you, and whenever you shoot someone they didn't have a clue where you're at. That was really nice. Now unfortunately there is a kill cam, and also whenever you shoot with a non-silenced weapon you show up as a red dot on the minimap. So the red dot on the minimap I kind of get, because nowadays we have the attachment system, which is also really epic. Back then we didn't have that, so if you want to go silence, you can slap on a silencer, so that problem is kind of fixed. However, the kill cam is still a big problem. I feel like a kill cam isn't really a feature you want in this type of game. The reason why they said they wanted to have a kill cam is because back then the game didn't have an anti-cheat system, so people could watch the kill cam and kind of verify if someone was legit or not. Nowadays, however, there is an anti-cheat, so in my opinion they should get rid of the kill cam, because if you suspect someone from cheating, you can still file a complaint. They see like the match number, the match ID, and they can watch that replay in a replay program, and they can still decide if someone was actually cheating or was legit. Overall, I would say the game is a lot faster paced than it used to be. I felt way back 2 years ago that this game was really unique, really hardcore. Nowadays it isn't too much anymore, because run and gun seems really to be the meta, seems to be working out really well, and I feel like this isn't really what they wanted to create, but at the same time they're rewarding people who are running and gunning. Knifing is also quite OP, and I feel like they are trying to attract a different kind of audience. They are trying to get a market share of maybe the Call of Duty players, and that's just not really the direction most people, most fans want this game to go in. I think most people like the really unique and the hardcore style meta of this game. So those were 3 things I absolutely love about this game and 3 things I absolutely hate about this game. Like I said with the Dirty Bomb video, there is of course a lot more I like about this game, and there is of course a lot more I dislike about this game. But I'm really curious, what do you think about this game? Have you ever played it? If so, let me know what direction you want to see this game go. For the people who didn't yet know, this game is free. There will be a link in the description. Whenever you sign up via that link, you will get a free week of premium, which is definitely nice, because like I said, this game can be a little bit grindy. So again, let me know what you think about this game and what you think about this video. Leave a like if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next one.